Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Now We're Talking Baby.
Baby. So, you noticed anything different about me?
Me?
Yes, you.
You had your hair done.
Yeah.
She's had her hair done.
Had my hair done.
I mean, I know you were doing it. It looks good. I like it.
Thank
It's
you.
darker. Oh, your nails. You've had your nails done. And your toes.
No, you're missing the point. The point is, I look like a mum. My
Do-
short hair,
do you?
short nails.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't think you look like a mum.
I'm fully in my mother era.
I think you need to cut it shorter to be in your mother era.
No, this is mum, right?
I like it that length. I think you got shorter though to be a mum. Like, I reckon
And the glasses.
where that front bit hits. See that front one? That front hair. Yeah. Tuck that behind your head. That's mum. That's like, hey, I've got you packed lunch. Hey, do you want a cheese string or a baby bell? That's that. That's what that's giving.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe next time.
But no, you look good. You are glowing as always,
Thank you.
my dear.
Thank you. We had fun last night, didn't we?
Oh, what, you want to speak about it?
Why would we not speak about it?
It's a bit weird, wasn't it?
Okay, let
My hand's
me
in.
just set the backstory. Okay, so from now on, I need to do something called a perineal massage. Yeah, that's the word, perineal.
Yeah, you need to.
It's a
I don't have to
so
do
basically, it's proven to help reduce tearing during pregnancy, during birth. Sorry. So I've got this like special oil to help like lube it all up, and I've got a guide step by step how to do it. But the bump was just bumping last night, and I just couldn't get the angles. So I need a cam to assist.
So I had to squat over it.
We had a towel laid out on the floor.
With my thumbs.
I was
and
laid back, loving it.
massage the inside of it, and it was it was weird. It was weird. Like it wasn't really like sexual.
What? There's nothing sexy about
Well,
it. You
technically-
stretching my hole with your thumbs is not sexy.
Well, technically that would have been a few months ago if there wasn't baby there. Not that we ever did that before, but like.
But honestly, if you could have seen Cam's face when he was doing
I
it.
didn't know. I've never massaged a perineum before.
I was just like, grow up, like.
Grow up.
And then you should have seen him walking away to the sink afterwards, like.
It was just weird. I wasn't expecting it either. You said I thought I was just going to be massaging your gooch. I didn't know I was like fucking going in and squatting over you.
He had to do shapes with it, and yeah,
It's weird.
it's one for the books.
And we're doing that, what, when?
Every
do we
night.
do that again? Me, every night.
Every night.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I guess same time tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Be there.
What?
Or be square.
I just don't think many other dads are doing that. I think I'm quite good for doing that. I think most guys are like, nah.
Well, it's the least you can do.
What's the least I can do? I'm a very helpful guy.
Yeah, you are now. Now you're massaging my perineum.
Fine. Yeah, so that was what we did last night. Em had her first McDonald's yesterday since she's been pregnant. That's exciting.
Well, it wasn't because it was shit.
She was livid. Like, I've never seen a woman so angry over McDonald's. She was like, it's fucking shit. This is fucking shit. I won't fucking have it. Like, the amount of times you were swearing. Like, so aggressive as well. All because they put a little bit less cheese in a fillet of fish. That's what you were shouting over.
And how can they not squirt the tartar sauce on the actual fish fillet? They squirted it on the fucking box. There's nothing in the fish fillet.
It was a big dollop of tartar sauce. Don't lie.
But anyway,
We've got
you
video proof.
imagine, right, not having a McDonald's for nearly 9 months and then finally going to get one and it just being a shambles.
I wouldn't kick off like that.
Well, if you're pregnant, you would.
If you weren't pregnant, so dramatic, and I probably would have not tolerated that behaviour. But you are pregnant, so I was like, okay, fine, she can share. 'Cause remember we had that one story. Remember that one woman that wrote in that said she wanted a Chinese and she lost her shit because the Chinese wasn't open.
Yeah,
That's what I felt like it was like.
Yeah.
I broke a PB yesterday in cinema, personal best.
Everyone knows what a PB is.
Some people might not. I'm just clarifying that. I ordered a large sweet and salted popcorn. Em ordered a regular sweet and salted popcorn. In the cinema now, in Cineworld, they add extra M&Ms into your popcorn for you, which is a fucking game changer.
Which is because I would always just buy extra chocolate to pour in anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
So I had mine. Em had like 2 mouthfuls of hers. So it was like probably like 4/5 left. I had 4/5 of a regular and a large pack of minstrels and all your M&Ms. And I felt sick. Honestly, we got through the end of the film.
He was sweating halfway through the film.
I sat up and I was like, I think I'm going to vom. I was so uncomfy. I don't know why I did that to myself, but
It was a good film,
was
though.
fun. It was fun.
So, obviously, we don't watch football, and you should because you're a bloke, but you don't.
Wow. And just stereotype like that.
Well, you should. You're a bloke.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm a guy, so I should watch football.
All guys watch football.
You're a woman, so you should be in the kitchen cleaning.
I do.
That's
every
basically
day.
what you just said.
Every day.
All right, you should be cooking too. You don't do that. Don't gender role me. I don't like football. So
well,
what?
anyway, Euros 2024. Is that how you say it? So.
How else would you say it?
I don't know.
What the fuck else would you say?
I don't know.
Euros 2024.
I don't know if that's
Euros 2024.
I don't know if that's what it's called.
That's what it's called. There's no other way to say it.
Okay. Well, the England game is going to be like a few days before our due date. Imagine if I give birth and England wins.
Oh, be over the moon.
Like,
Honestly,
it'd be like, it's coming home.
Do you know what? You're lucky I don't like football because like I won't be watching football when you're about
know.
to give birth.
Yeah.
Like if there was, for me, football is like my Marvel, right?
You love Marvel.
If they announced Iron Man was coming back for a film and it was coming out the day the baby's born, sorry, I wouldn't be at the hospital. I will be at Cineworld with
You're such a liar.
I wouldn't be there. Robert Downey Jr. comes back to the MCU. No, I'll come and see you and the baby when time's right.
Wow.
No, I'm joking.
I know you're joking.
No, a little bit.
Because you want to live to see your son.
And I want to live to see Robert Jr. come back to Marvel. That's a fucking big that. You don't understand how big that is for us MCU fans.
I don't understand what you're saying.
That's like when a football gets traded over to a team and people are like, oh, Harry Kane's coming to our team. That's how it feels, I think.
So, if Below Deck rung me up and said, we need you on our show.
Okay, yeah.
And but it was your first ever concert singing to thousands of people, I would drop you like a hat.
Wow. Would you?
100,000,000%. I wouldn't even need to think about it.
That's fucking horrible.
If Captain Lee rung me,
I'd break up.
I was going to try and do his accent then, but I can't.
I'd break up with you. I'd file for a divorce.
Oh no, if it was Captain Jason.
I'd file for a divorce. We'd be no longer Cam and M.
I wouldn't need you because me and Captain Jason would.
Yeah, and then your career would go to shit, and you come crawling back while I'm big pop star, and I'd be like, remember when you left me?
I'll be on a yacht.
To go be a yachty.
I'll be on a yacht.
What else have we done this week?
Basically, we're getting our garden done right now, it inspired me to, get some garden bits.
Thing is, though, with you are all fart and no poo. Like, you want veg everywhere, you want herbs, you just don't do it. We got in the garden centre, she got flustered, and I turned to her and went, realistically, you're not going to do any of this. You're going to buy it, not plant it, or it'll die. It's just the honest truth.
No, Cam, you were pissing me off because I was trying to buy all this stuff, and you were just sat there like an...
We were there for 3 hours.
You were sat there like a moaning child.
Because we were there for 3 hours. Honestly, we went to 4 different garden centres. Do you know what we did in the first garden centre? We picked up everything you needed. We could have left then. No, you went, let's ditch this trolley and let's go to the next one to buy the exact same stuff we already had in our fucking trolley in the first one.
But you just get that fear of, oh my God, what if it's better in the other shop?
What? Fear of FOMO garden centres.
Yeah.
Fear of missing out.
Their brooms were better.
They were better.
The shears were better.
Yeah, they were better. We were in there for 3 hours. We came back with 2 pots and a broom.
Cam, you know full well I would have come back with more if you had let me.
What, the giraffe?
And I don't even know why I listened to you. It's not like you pay for it.
I was going to pay for the giraffe.
No, you weren't.
No, it's true. I wasn't. I didn't want the giraffe.
Yeah.
I did not want the giraffe.
And then, do you know what happened as soon as we got home? Do you know what he said? Oh, the giraffe would have looked good there.
It was a long wooden giraffe, and at first I didn't want to buy it because I was like, I don't know where this is going to go in a house. And then all of a sudden I've got a giraffe in my house that I can't get rid of. Because that's the problem, innit? You buy something, and then if I tried to move that to the garage, you'd fucking scream. So it'd just be in the house in a place that I don't like. So I wanted to suss out the house first, and I found a place for it.
Yeah, so we're going to go back and get the giraffe.
We're going to get a big, like 6'2" giraffe.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
The more important thing we need to be doing is my hospital bag.
Oh, we need to do that.
We need to do that. I didn't realise like how important that was to do right now.
You could give birth right now.
Yeah. And everyone we've been talking to, they're like, have you got your hospital bag ready? And I'm like, no.
Some of the women that we're in the antenatal class with, they've got this ready.
I know.
They're like a month or
they're
2 months.
2 months away.
So maybe I said I'm not. So we're going to Wales tomorrow for a week for the weekend for a wedding. I'm not leaving the house until you have the hospital bag done. I'd love it if you gave birth in Wales, though. By the way,
I absolutely would not.
Why? That's my home territory.
It rains every day.
Like, it's the same weather, you dick. It's about 20 minutes down the road.
So for the hospital bag, this is what I mean. I've seen
Long phone charger.
Yeah, I've seen so many videos where it's like they pack hair, like shampoo and conditioner, they pack makeup, they pack face masks. Don't want that. I literally just want.
You don't want to wash your face.
I didn't say that. I said shampoo and conditioner.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't listen to your list, and I just chipped in. Sorry.
So I just basically am planning on taking what I would take if I was gonna stay somewhere for the night.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, because they say hospital bag, you kind of panic and like, shit, what I need, but it's just that overnight bag and then stuff for baby.
Yeah, but then apparently you need like 6 different outfits for the baby, which is crazy.
Because they could spoil it. Yeah, so you need 6 different outfits, like 20 nappies apparently, which is a bit fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like, why can't he just shit in this? Like, he doesn't need nappies in the hospital, just shit when he needs.
Are you going to provide me with some treats for when I get back?
If you want them, tell me.
Yeah.
I'm not a mind reader.
I do want some sushi.
What do you want? You want sushi?
Yeah.
Well, I can't pack that. I have to get that on the day.
I want a carafe of spicy margarita.
A carafe?
Yeah.
I was bringing a carafe.
Yeah.
Well, what I'll do is when you've given birth, I'll go away for a little bit and get all that stuff. I'm not going to buy that now.
You're going to leave me?
Well, I'm going to get kicked out of the hospital at some point. It's visiting hours, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I can't believe this. I can't believe you read that. That is unacceptable. I'm not letting that happen.
Well, after visiting hours are done, depending on when you give birth.
I'm not staying there without you.
You might have to. I might not be
I'll
allowed
go
to.
home.
I might not be able to stay. You might have to stay in, and I can't stay in there because you might be in a ward of like all women. The last thing they want is me lingering around playing fucking Angry Birds on my phone. Because that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna make sure I got loads of charge. I'm planning on getting I'm planning on progressing quite severely on Angry Birds when you're giving birth. Because I'm doing good now, and I've got like.
What if I'm like,
4
baby's coming? You're gonna be like, yeah, 1 sec, babe.
Yeah, you can pause it, so it's fine.
Oh, you can pause it.
You can pause Angry Birds, yeah.
I didn't know if you meant I could pause.
No. What? No one's expecting you to pause the birth. I'll pause my game.
Thank you.
To participate.
That's really kind.
Participate in the ceremony.
So we have another expert coming on today.
Racking up the experts,
I
aren't we?
know. Honestly, we are so clued up.
We really are.
We really, really are. But yeah,
give a hint as to what she does. Go on, give the most subtle hint you can.
Yeah, we have a breastfeeding expert coming on. I'll just go ahead and say it.
Yeah, we've got a titty lady coming on.
We have, yeah.
Teach us all about the tits.
I know, which is something we really want to do. We really want to breastfeed, don't we? Especially you.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate for breastfeeding. The more I've read up about it recently, I'm like, it's so important for the baby's development, the mum's development. It's just a nice thing. I wish I could fucking partake in the fun.
Week 35. Can you believe it?
Who would have thought?
We don't have a vegetable today.
No, because
we don't.
Production couldn't find what was it called?
Production.
What was it? A kumquat?
Kumquat? No, Swiss chard.
A Swiss? You couldn't find a Swiss chard? Swiss chard. Sounds like a bank.
Oh, it does actually.
Hello, can I enter? Hello, Swiss chard. How can I help? You want to open a savings account? Oh, no problem. Let me put you through. Have a great day.
Oh, that's nice, babe.
No problem.
But kind of over the vegetables because I found an app.
Oh, this is sick.
Which tells me what size animal.
This is so much more. Like I can envision this much more, and like I love it.
I know. So week 33 to 36 is a lemur.
You've got a lemur inside of you.
I've got a lemur. Oh, if they look like a lemur, that'd be cute. Week 35, feeling good. I'm feeling ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep telling people I have a month left, which is a lie because it's 5 weeks. But
no, you keep telling me, and I get confused, and I keep telling people
because it could be a month. You know, it could be 3 weeks, could be 2 weeks.
It's technically 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, 5. That's
like
fine.
You know, yeah, technically. But
about only 2% of babies are born on the due date. So like in my head, I feel like we're just gonna kind of breeze through to the 20th of June. We're gonna wake up, brush our teeth, and be like, right, should we go to the hospital?
Crack on. Yeah.
It's not gonna be like that, you know. It might. It definitely might. In that 2% innings, it might. But could be late, could be early. You never know. We have some messages from you guys. Are you ready? Okay, this one is from Lily. Hey Cam and Em, been loving the podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm wishing you both the best of luck for the arrival of your baby with a pink heart emoji, you know, the one that flutters out. Mm-hmm. Just let you know that. Had my first baby last spring, and as my push present, my husband treated me and him to go and see Beyonce together last year. Ooh, nice touch.
I'm glad you brought us up, Lily.
Oh, are you? I'm sure you are. It was my first big night out since giving birth, and my sister stepped up to be my babysitter. Well done, sister. I hadn't drank alcohol for over a year, and I was ready to let my hair down whilst watching Queen Bey.
Period.
Queen I'd had a few Prosecco's back at the hotel, and before Beyonce came on, I went to the bar and got a bit confident and did some shots of tequila. So she's going all in. She hasn't drunk for a year. She's like, fucking Prosecco. That's clearly gone straight to her head. Banging some shots back at the bar.
My girl.
I rate it, Lily. Well done. Beyonce came on, and I'm not sure whether it was the alcohol or the power of Beyonce, but I started to feel a bit sick. And I ended up having to ask the woman who stood next to me for a disco cowboy hat and threw up in it. Lily.
And those disco cowboy hats were iconic for the Bay concert.
It's a fucking horrible, horrible position to be in, to ask someone for their cap, because that would have stunk. Because what did she do with that cap?
I would have just done it on the floor.
She said here, my husband had to escort me out. Embarrassing. And I've never felt so embarrassed. I still can't bring myself to have tequila, but I can't believe my pregnancy made me allergic to my favourite drink. Lots of love.
Oh, so that's what she's saying. That's before she would have been able to hack it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you haven't drunk for a year, like, the first time you drink, you're going to be battered.
I was a lightweight anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I reckon one drink, you're going to be like, whoa.
Yeah.
What did she do with the sick cap?
Oh, bless.
I wonder what she did with it.
Bless the woman that actually gave her the hat, because I would have said no.
I wouldn't give anyone my hat.
No.
Because you're not getting that back.
So she had to leave the concert early?
She left. Her husband escorted her out.
That happened with me. I wasn't with you.
Classic.
I was with the girls for the Spice Girls reunion tour, and I got so annihilated.
Annihilated? You've never used that word before.
Have I not?
No.
I got so wasted that I don't remember a single thing of it, and I left the girls watching the concert, and I left, and I got lost, and I was crying. I had to call my ex-boyfriend. He was in a different country.
That's embarrassing for
I
you.
know.
That's really
so I feel her pain.
Yeah, but at least you had a husband to escort her out.
And I had no one.
Yeah.
Just a dickhead ex-boyfriend that couldn't care less. So this is from Anonymous.
Oh,
great
Anon.
name. Hey Cam and Em, I have loved watching your pregnancy journey, and as someone who has also who's also expecting their first baby, I'm due in August. Congrats! I have found the podcast so useful. That's what we love to hear. You look so confident and amazing. I'm blessed to be pregnant, but I'm nervous about my stretch marks and not being able to look my best. Do you have any tips for staying confident throughout pregnancy?
That's a lovely message.
That is so lovely, and I feel so, what's the word? Honoured, yeah. And I feel so honoured that she looks at me like that, because I just look at myself as if I'm a slob.
No, baby, you've been good. I feel like you have shown confidence through your pregnancy.
Yeah.
Then again, yeah.
So, in regards to stretch marks, I think that's like genetics, honestly. I was worried about them, but as time's gone on, the only piece of advice I cream every single day. There's some really good brands out there. There's Mama Mio. Is that the one?
Yeah, Mama Mia.
Mama Mio, that's a great one that you got me. The Palmer's stretch lotion is great. But I feel like, stretch marks or no stretch marks, you're beautiful without. I know it sounds cliche, but I would not have been bothered if I did get stretch marks. I still would have my bump out all the time.
Just got to embrace it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Also, I just feel like with stretch marks, like, especially with a pregnant woman, I wouldn't look at a pregnant woman and go, oh, stretch marks. Like, that is natural part of your growing a child.
Yeah.
It's not like you just got really fat. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. And the thing is, actually, I had stretch marks all over my bum, even before I was pregnant. So even that never bothered me. Never been bothered by it. I think it's just a mind over matter thing.
Just take it all in your stride.
Yeah, I think you've really just got to just look at the bigger picture. And just go with the flow. You can't change it. I did get a stretch mark on my boob though, didn't I?
Yeah, you do.
I do have a little stretch mark. I was quite proud of that. Yeah, but that's the only one. And yeah, also buy my collection on PLT. That'll make you feel and look beautiful.
Oh, nice plug. Good plug. We love a good plug. So I think it's time to get our next guest on. Cathy, the breastfeeding titty expert.
Yeah.
Would you say so?
I think so.
Let's chat
I'm ready.
All things breasts.
I can't wait. So we have a very special guest on today. We have Cathy, and Cathy is a breastfeeding expert, which is something we are very interested in.
Definitely. And can I just say, so we went to an antenatal class yesterday, and it was pretty much all about breastfeeding. So like we're
clued up.
We're very
primed
clued up
already.
today. I
That's
feel like
brilliant.
I'm about to go into my GCSE exam, and I've revised the question that I know is going to come up. That's how I feel right now.
Oh, really?
Brilliant.
You're that
Yeah.
confident?
I'm really confident. Yeah.
I'm so glad you're getting so prepared. That's just awesome.
Honestly, because I really, really, really want to breastfeed. And obviously I know it's not possible for everyone. So yeah, I would just love to know, what everything there is to know about it.
All the top tips.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so for the listeners, Cathy, who don't know what you do, can you explain what you do?
Yeah, so I'm a lactation consultant, and my job is helping new parents overcome their breast and bottle feeding challenges. So that's what I do every day.
Wow.
And I really think everyone really needs that sort of tailored, practical, evidence-based kind of support, right? So it's different for everybody. It's really great if we can work together and make things really comfy for you.
Yeah, exactly. Because as well, like with the, they give you kind of like a general overview, like, oh, you should be feeding this many times a day, this often.
It's
but
very confusing.
like you say, it's different for everybody.
Like, obviously, I'm not breastfeeding, but I want to know as much as I can, so that if Em's like in the state where she's like confused or tired, I can be like, oh, this is kind of. I want to know as much as I can so I can help her.
Oh, that's
But,
amazing. Your support is absolutely critical in this.
So let's start with the very beginning. Like so I've got babies come out of me.
Yes.
When do they latch? Like, do they latch immediately? Are they hungry as soon as they come out?
Some of them are. Some of them come out like really
Really?
like, don't you know what I've just been through? I need some food. But they're really primed to feed. So all you need to do is just sort of snuggle back and put your baby on you, skin to skin, ideally. And your baby's got these amazing instincts. So baby's already going to know what to do.
That's crazy.
So sometimes they just spend a little bit of time looking at you both. Maybe like, hi. But very often what they're doing, because they're already on their tummy, they know what they're doing. So they start using their little hands and they go on a breast hunt.
A breast
So
hunt?
they honestly, so
On a
that's
hunt
why
for
nipples
breasts.
are darker, right? So they see in
Right.
black and white.
Is that why?
Yeah, so
Cam,
it's like
I
a
told you.
target.
Oh my God, Cathy, if you could see my nipples right now, honestly, they
They're
have got.
dark.
Oh, be dark.
They have gone
Dark as her
black.
hair.
And I was like, I can't let these babies go to waste. I really can't.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So he's set up. So he's on his tummy. He's got his little hands here. He's going to look for the boob, and he's going to start feeling it. He's going to start feeling with his cheek. He's also smelling it, so it smells like milk and like amniotic fluid. So he knows what it smells like. So he'll be going through it. When he feels it under his cheek, he'll be like, got it. And then he'll start doing this with his hands, and that's to make the nipple stand up. He's like, it's so clever, isn't it? And then he'll start going, and he'll just latch onto it. So he's got all the instincts to do that.
That's so crazy. That's like you.
Yes, that's what I do. I smell around for a stinky nipple and then I
and then
dive
just
in
dive
and
in
whack, and just,
It's not stinky. It's not stinky.
Well, no,
is it?
it will smell like milk.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful and
Yeah,
really sugary.
it is.
I also want to know, does breastfeeding hurt?
It really shouldn't hurt. So generally pain is the sign that something's not quite right.
Right.
Yeah, so with breastfeeding, 9 times out of 10, that's because the baby's latch, the way baby's attached isn't quite perfect for you. And usually we can sort that out.
Okay.
So generally speaking, breastfeeding shouldn't hurt. I mean, for the first 5 seconds, you might think, wow, someone's sucking quite hard on my nipple. But after that,
I
really,
quite like
no
that.
pain. So it's meant to
From
feel
what
lovely.
I can remember.
Oh,
Oh.
it's meant to feel gorgeous.
Is
so it's full of
it?
oxytocin. It's just really calming for you and for the little one. So it's meant to feel beautiful.
Great.
So, Cathy, what makes a good latch? Could you demonstrate for me and Em, please?
Oh, yes. So a good latch is one where you're really comfy and it's working.
Okay, I'm
All
comfy.
right.
I'm comfy.
So to get comfy, first of all, you just
You're good at getting
you
comfy.
can relax back. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And what we're probably going to do is just have the baby on you in a really natural way with their tummy against you, their little hands either side of the boob. And in this position, all their instincts are going to kick in. So your little one's going to be like, right, where's the boob? Where's the boob? Where's the boob? Kind of looking around for it. So when he feels it, he's going to turn his head towards it. Yeah, basically. So your job is just to stay out of his way, really, because he's just going to look for it with his and just
Well, you won't
jump
be able
on
to
with
miss-
his mouth open.
You won't be able to miss it, I'll tell you that.
That's perfect. So when a baby's really well attached, it shouldn't be hurting. And baby's going to have their tummy against you. They're going to have their body in a nice straight line, so their head and their neck in a straight line, because that just feels soothing for them. And if you were to look down, you'd see their cheeks touching the breast, you'd see their chin touching the breast, big old rounded cheeks, because there's loads of boob in there. And you'll see them sucking and swallowing.
I've heard, but I think it's back to the painful thing. My friends that have done it said it can be painful, like the shooting pains that come from under your
Oh,
armpit.
yeah, we don't want that, do
No,
we?
we don't want that.
Okay, so the way to avoid pain really is just to make sure your boob is where it belongs.
Yeah.
So leave the nipple alone and bring the baby to the to the breast. So what I say every day isn't that. I see mums holding the babies here and then they go,
I've
Oh, so
seen that.
Yeah.
never bring the nipple to the baby. The
Well,
baby
if you
comes to the nipple.
if you start doing that, the nipple just wants to go back where it belongs, but
Okay.
it can't. So baby's holding it and it's dragging every time baby sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing any dragging, kind of push the baby towards that a bit, stop it from dragging. It's meant to be comfy.
Yeah. How do you know when your baby's hungry?
Yeah, so he'll do some feeding cues. Have you held a hungry baby recently?
No, never.
I've only held one baby in my life, and that was like a few weeks ago.
Oh, there we
Shit
go.
myself.
I think I must have
Quite
held.
scary, isn't
That
it, for
was
the first
terrifying.
time?
The necks are all.
Yeah, I mean, I must have held a baby, but I just kind of give them back when they start crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So when he's hungry, probably the first thing he'll do is before he's even opened his eyes, he might still be asleep and he'll start doing this. Right, so
Okay.
he's kind of dreaming of milk straight away. And then he'll have his eyes open and he'll be like, okay. And then his hands start getting involved because he'd quite like to suck his thumb or find the boob. But he can't quite find his hands, so they'll be everywhere. And then he'll start going for anyone. He'd go for you, Cam. He'd be like,
Really?
So there.
We call that rooting. So he's really searching around for a
Oh,
boob.
wow. He wants
So
to take
they're
my
all
boob.
signs that he's hungry and wants to suck something.
Oh. Okay, then how would you not mistake that for him just, maybe just wriggling? I guess you just get used to it, wouldn't you?
He's
just...
going to get more and more frantic and eventually he'll start crying.
Oh, right, okay, right, yeah.
Is it correct? So if you get to that stage where he's crying, is it correct to calm him down first before you feed him? Because apparently trying to feed angry, frantic baby is quite difficult.
Yes, I mean, he's asking for food, so I'd feed him sooner rather than later. But a sneaky technique to get him to calm him down is just to put your finger in.
Oh, really?
Just put your finger in, and then he'll be in suck mode. So he'll be like, suck.
that
Quickly squiggle him over to the breast and get him
That
feeding.
makes so much sense because then he knows food's coming, but he's not all frantic by your boobs. And he's going, that's a smart technique.
That's a great
Little
technique.
finger in the mouth.
Just nice clean finger in his mouth, yeah.
And how do you know when they're done?
Sometimes they'll be really dramatic about it, and they'll be like, I am done. Right, and they'll just kind of relax with milk dribbling down here. Other times they'd love to just be there all day because it's the nicest thing, right? So they're just lying there going, but they're not swallowing much. So when they get to that point, you might think, okay, well, we'll try the other side. And if they're still not swallowing much and their little arms all floppy and they're all relaxed, then they're probably done.
So Cathy, I also wanted to ask you about, I've heard about being a baby being tongue-tied.
Yeah.
Can you explain kind of to the listeners what that is and how would you notice it? How can you prevent it?
Well, so tongue tie is something that can develop in the womb. So it's not something you can prevent necessarily.
okay.
And it's when a baby, we think about 3 to 10% of babies are born with a bit of a restriction under their tongue. So, under your tongue, you've got that little flap of
Oh,
skin.
that little thing.
Yeah, the frenulum, that little flap.
I never know what that was.
Yeah, there you go. So for some babies, that comes quite close to the front of their tongue or even right the way to the front of their tongue. And it means they can't lift their tongue up to feed very well on the breast or the bottle. So if you look in your baby's mouth, you might see like a V shape or even a little heart shape in their tongue, which might show that they're a little bit restricted. And that's a problem because when your baby's trying to drink, they can't use their tongue very effectively. So instead they crunch. And that can be a little bit sore. So when we've got mummies with sore nipples, it's one of the things we check is whether the
Okay.
baby's got a tongue restriction.
And what happens then? So if they are tongue-tied, is it a simple fix? What happens?
Yeah, if it's causing a problem. So what can happen is that you get referred back to hospital or you could find a private practitioner to assess for it properly. And then the treatment is to cut it. Actually, so if it's found like it's causing problems,
my friend's
it makes you feel a bit like this, doesn't it?
He had it lasered off.
Yes. Okay, so it can be lasered or it can be surgical scissors. And they just lift the baby's tongue and snip. And I've seen it done a lot. And there's hardly any blood vessels under there, and there's hardly any pain receptors. So some babies just sleep through it.
What? Really?
So it's really not as
bad as
scary
it
as it sounds.
The
most
thought of like
people.
someone going in there and chopping that. But I think it's definitely a good thing for people to know because I didn't even know it was a thing, and I read it in a book, and apparently it was a story of a woman who didn't know her baby was tongue tied, and then she fully got put off breastfeeding because the baby didn't want to do it, but turns out the baby was just tongue tied.
Yeah, so if the baby was having trouble or mum's really sore, it's one of the things we look for.
He looks a bit tongue tied.
That little one.
Yeah.
So and there's a harder one to diagnose, which is called a posterior tongue tie. So again, if anything is causing trouble and we've done everything to help the latch and everything else, and it's still breastfeeding still painful for some reason, again, we just want someone who's really qualified to have a good look inside.
Need to get
Baby's
Cathy over,
mouth.
have a look. So they say breast is best, but what is your opinion on formula?
So formula is absolutely fine. I'm so glad that we've got formula for all the women who can't fully breastfeed or can't breastfeed at all. It's nutritionally complete. Babies thrive on formula. It just can't do the protection bit that breastfeeding can.
When would we introduce formula? So if I want to give Em a break and I want to do a bottle feed, would you say, because I was reading apparently 2 weeks, it's like the time Em should be breastfeeding solely just that for 2 weeks. Is there like a time on it? Is there a wrong time to introduce a bottle or formula?
I know you're going to be the most amazing help anyway.
Thank you
right?
very much. Thank you.
So all the contact naps, all the winding, all
of
the
it.
cuddles, all that
Yeah.
amazing stuff. But if you'd like to start giving your baby a bottle, suggestion would be around about a month in, because then
Okay.
the milk supply is really established and you can skip a feed.
Whoa,
add
whoa, whoa, did we say a
feed.
month?
About a month, I would
Oh,
say.
God.
That's a lot. That's
Then-
a lot for you.
That is a lot.
Does that feel
What's
like
it?
too much for you? Yeah.
I've
Well,
got a month
it's
off.
just because obviously, so they feed about every 2-3 hours.
They
right?
do. They feed about 8 to 12 times in 24 hours. Yeah.
Right. So that is a lot of weeks no sleep.
So if you wanted to do it before that, I guess the only thing to bear in mind is just the supply and demand
No,
thing.
I know.
So if you left them full for ages, they'd start to wind in the production a little bit.
Yeah.
So if Cam did bottle, say, all night, you'd wake up really full, a little bit sore.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
fine.
breast be winding in a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's still ways to do it. It's just bearing that kind of thing in mind,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And
We'll have to try
So-
and figure out as
we
we
didn't.
go.
Also, we didn't talk about feeding lying down. And feeding lying down can be gorgeous. So you could be lying in bed, and Cam could just sneak your baby in. You could feed without really raising your head, and then
Really?
baby away
Okay,
again.
that could definitely be a
so
possibility.
feeding lying on your side might be a way to like feed, but not have to
Yeah.
worry
Have
about
to
the bottles
move.
just yet.
Yeah. Okay.
And Cam, did you want
Lucky
to have
you.
a look at how we can make the bottle feeding bit a bit more like breastfeeding? So we
Yes,
can talk
'cause
about responsive bottle feeding.
I was going to say, so I've seen a video of a guy who cuts a hole in his shirt and he puts the bottle through his shirt. And I think I'm going to do that.
Are you?
But then will that confuse the baby? Is he going to be like, is dad breastfeeding me?
I
No.
don't think
He'll
be
know the difference, won't
confused.
he? Yeah, surely he'll know. But I'm going to make
Well,
holes in my
there are
nips.
some really great bottles out there that replicate, the breast and the nipple. Do you not remember the website I was on the other day? You
you can
choose
create-
the teat colour, the nipple size.
That's amazing.
I know, it was
You could-
great, yeah.
There's so many different bottles out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like some
Yeah.
bottle knowledge, please.
Some bottle
Cathy.
knowledge.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't we hold little one in the way you might hold your baby?
Come on then.
No
There we
pressure.
go.
Okay, so
And
you
we
don't
let
want to
him
be like,
swallow.
"Urgh, have that. It's like you want to slowly edge him.
That's it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
okay.
because the
That's
milk,
it.
the flow doesn't come out that quick out your breast, so you want to mimic it.
That's exactly right.
You
You wanna
want
mimic-
Mimicate.
you want to mimic that. Yeah.
That's it.
So step
There you
one,
go.
tease the lip.
Tease his lip.
Opens mouth. Step two, in we
In
go
goes
at
the
that
bottle.
angle.
Yeah.
Step three, slowly tilt.
Introduce. That's it. Introduce the milk. And when the milk's flowing, you want the milk level with his top lip, so he's not getting tons of air in there. That's gorgeous. So just off horizontal, beautiful. So he's getting milk, but not too fast.
You like that, buddy?
That's it.
What
like
age
that.
do they start holding the bottle themselves?
Or a little bit later, kind of 5 months or so, you start grabbing it.
I've heard a lot of stories about just women that get put off by it and they get really down and kind of, if they can't do it or they're not doing it properly, your advice would it be to seek someone like professional help, to go see someone to make sure they're doing it right? I just feel like all women should want to do it and should enjoy doing it. I'm standing up for women here. And
Woo,
breastfeeding.
go on, Cam. Woo!
Yeah. What would your
Yeah,
advice be?
So
Just-
my advice would be, if you want to breastfeed and can't, please get some support.
yeah.
And initially that can be the midwife or the NHS infant feeding team,
Okay.
or one of the feeding organisations like the NCT, or reach out to someone like me, a lactation consultant. And we can all really help. And that's what I do every day, is I help women to understand what's going on for them and their babies and to make it better. And then if it really isn't possible or desirable, thank heavens we've got formula and we can
Yeah.
partially breastfeed. Baby still gets loads of benefit from that. Or fully bottle feed, and that is okay too. I mean, no one should be judged about how they're feeding their baby.
Is it true? I didn't hear this before. I only heard it today. About if you have sore nipples, you can rub cabbage on them.
On your nipples.
On your nipples.
So there's something in that. So when mum's milk comes in the first, 3, 4 or 5 days after the birth, sometimes the whole breast feels quite hot.
Really?
And actually cool cabbage leaves out of the fridge inside the bra can be quite soothing. So it's that people use it for. They just use it for just gentle cooling of the boobs.
okay. But that's the same as like cooling pads
Yes,
or something.
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
So there's nothing special about the cabbage, it's just the fact that it's cold.
I'm not sure there's a lot of evidence it's
Suppose they're quite
healing
boob
particularly, but it
shaped,
is
aren't
nice
they?
and cooling
They can
and
wrap
boob
around the
shaped.
boob,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like a dock leaf after you've been stung. With nettle. Is it like that? No. No.
I don't know
Okay.
whether we've got much evidence for that, really.
Yeah, but I would
But they
definitely
are
be down for trying
soothing.
that. Yeah, cabbage
Yeah.
leaves. If I get a bit hungry, yeah, munch down that.
Give that a go.
And speaking of cabbage, is there anything? Because obviously, when you're pregnant, there's certain things you can't eat.
Yes.
So when you're breastfeeding, is that the same rule applies? Is
No.
No.
The joyful thing is that as soon as he's born, you can have anything, all the sushi, all the cheese. Just a nice balanced
Really?
diet. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
So you'll read loads of stuff online with lists of things you're not meant to eat, but we don't have any good evidence for that.
And what about wine?
Well, a little bit of alcohol. So most of the guidelines suggest a little bit of alcohol's okay.
Okay.
So if you have a glass of wine or something, a tiny amount of alcohol goes into the breast milk, but it's not stored in there. So as you digest it and process it in your liver, it comes out with the breast milk again. So there's no need to pump and dump or anything like that.
Well, this is all I hear. Yeah, if you're out, you pump and dump, pump and dump. I'm
Well,
like,
if you're
what
away
a
from your
waste.
baby and like dancing or something and the boobs are full, yeah, you might have to pump and sadly put it away because
Yeah.
you're away from your baby. But otherwise, after a glass of wine, you don't have to pump and dump because the alcohol's going to leave your milk as well. Gold standard would be to have your drink kind of towards the end of a feed or just after the feed.
Yeah.
Your blood alcohol and milk alcohol peak, they go down again. 2 hours later, there's almost nothing left in the breast milk anyway. So there's that. And then coffee, the idea about coffee is that it's a bit similar to when you're pregnant. So that's the only thing. If you went onto a six or seven coffees a day habit, your baby might be a little bit jumpy.
Oh no, I don't do coffee anyway,
No,
so that's a
they'll
good
get
thing.
okay for that.
Yeah, so just
Yeah.
watching out for the caffeine.
Yeah.
That's all. So same as pregnancy guidelines for caffeine.
One last question, actually.
Yeah.
So I had both my nipples pierced.
Mhm.
Is the milk going to come out in all directions?
It might come out of the holes.
Really?
They suggest that you take your jewellery out for
Oh,
while
I
you're
took them out.
breastfeeding.
Yeah, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I took them out.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering.
Yeah, you can
Surely
totally
that'd be easier for
breastfeed
him then,
like that.
because he's got
Yeah,
it's
just
coming
extra
out.
extra
Yeah.
holes.
Like, you probably helped the situation, just coming out like a fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, TBC.
yeah.
So yeah, that's fine.
Oh, thank you so much. You've been so insightful, and
Absolute
I've still
pleasure.
got a million questions I could ask you, but no, really,
Well,
thank
you'd
you
be
so
so
much.
welcome. And I've got a book coming out called Breast Bottle or Both. So you're so welcome to have that.
I
and
would
some
love
excerpts from
that.
We're reading baby books now. at
We
night,
are.
so
We're
yes,
bookworms right now,
we're
so that
baby
would be
bookworms.
amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you so
perfect.
much.
Okay.
And where can people find you, Cathy, for all the information for your book? Where can people find you?
So my website's cathysage.com and I'm Cathy Sage Baby Feeding on the socials.
Amazing. Well, that's where you can find Cathy, people.
Great to meet you both.
Thank you very much,
too.
Cathy. Appreciate you coming
Pleasure.
on. I learnt a lot from Cathy, actually, and I think I'm really proud of myself for speaking up about
Babe, I am genuinely shocked and impressed at the same time about how interested you are and how much knowledge you have.
I just think it's an important thing. And
I think
you know,
Cathy was shocked.
I think breastfeeding is something that everyone should do, and I just hate the thought of like a new mum being like feeling disheartened because they can't do it or something's gone wrong, and like feeling like I'm a shit mum, because like actually it could just be a simple fix. You just reach out to someone and they can help you. I just don't want anyone to feel like they're a shit mum, you know. I want every mum to feel empowered and to feel good about their journey and about being a mum.
Thank you guys once again for listening and tuning in with us. Hope you found it as insightful as we did.
Remember, guys, if you want to reach out to us with any just compliments, with any questions,
Compliments, that's a new one.
yeah, compliments, questions, queries, dramas, funny stories, you can message us at Now We're Talking Baby on TikTok or Instagram, or nwtb at Jam Pop Productions.
Don't forget YouTube.
Comment.
Leave us a little comment,
Comment
you
on
know.
YouTube
Leave us some
videos.
love.
We've been Swiss Chard.
Chard.
We'll see you next week.
Now we're talking, babe.